Hi everybody, well it's that time once again when I bring you an update on my Patreon fundraising campaign, and in doing so remind you that my Patreon campaign is a thing that exists that you can contribute to if you feel like you would like to support me and my YouTube work with a small monthly financial contribution. You can contribute $1 a month. You can contribute $5 a month. You can contribute more than that, as many folks are kind enough to do. It would be greatly appreciated. It's not mandatory. I don't think any less of you if you decide not to, but I greatly appreciate it, and it really makes my life easier and enables me to continue to do this and to devote my full energy and attention to this YouTube channel and to the many things that I do on this channel and through this channel. I'm going to review my fundraising milestones for you briefly, then I'll give some folks a shout out at the end. I'll talk a little bit about our most recent Patreon Hangout, and then I'll leave you alone. So there you go. Maybe some of you are in a hurry, like that guy that just drove by in the loud automobile right outside the door. It's funny. I'm doing this the week after my local public radio station had its pledge drive. Feels like deja vu. I'm kind of doing the same thing. Only instead of supporting a public radio station with many different wonderful programs, you'd just be supporting me and the shit that I do. But please don't let that discourage you. Anyway, my next fundraising milestone is at the level of $1,250 a month, which I am this close to. And when I reach that level, I will produce a 1-hour Stephen Stuffy video that will be one of my Stephen Stuffy riff videos, like in the style of Mystery Science Theater, where Stuffy and I and Toby Benson will watch a bad movie and make fun of it. And you'll be able to watch the movie with our commentary included. And the movie I've decided to riff for this project is a really weird fundamentalist Christian movie from the 70s produced by a Baptist minister called Estes Perkel, and the movie is titled The Burning Hell. And you may have seen clips from it if you watched my 5 Stupid Things About Hell video. I put a few little bits of it in that video, but it's totally nuts, and it's hilarious in its own right, and it's perfect for the Riff Tracks Mystery Science Theater treatment, and that's exactly what myself and Stuffy and Toby Benson will give it and release it to you guys to watch when I get to $12.50 a month. So that's the next milestone. After that, at the $1,500 a month level, I will produce a series of audio podcasts based on my An Atheist Reads series. So many people, since I started doing the An Atheist Reads series 3 years ago, so many people have said you should release these in audio form so we can listen to them in the car, or when we're going for a jog, or when we're doing other stuff on our computer or whatever. And I think that's a great idea. And when I do that, I want to do that right. I want to do it so I can release really high quality versions of those An Atheist Reads series. And I'm going to do it completely from scratch, completely fresh. I'm going to go back and go over my original scripts to see if I can change anything or improve anything, and then I'm going to make new recordings of all of the An Atheist Read series in audio podcast format and release those as I complete them. And I'm going to go back to the very beginning, start with An Atheist Reads the Case for Christ, work my way all the way up to the level, the point where I'm at now, and then from that point forward, I will be recording audio podcast versions concurrently with the video versions of An Atheist Read. So it'll be a pretty exciting thing. A lot of work for a while until I catch up, but it'll be worth it. And that's at $1,500 a month Patreon funding level, which again I'm not terribly far away from. After that, at the $2,000 a month level, I will begin a live weekly podcast. Audio podcast about all sorts of stuff. The model that I'm using for it, and I've mentioned this a couple of times, is Seth Andrews and his Thinking Atheist podcast. I'm a huge fan of that, and I would love to do something in that vein, but live and weekly, so you guys could call in if you were listening and you wanted to talk to me about something, talk about all kinds of topics, probably talk about serious stuff, probably talk about totally frivolous pop culture nerdy stuff. It'll just be a lot of fun, and I'm really looking forward to that. That's at $2,000 a month. And the final milestone I have defined right now is at the $3,000 a month level, and that is a major upgrade in my production equipment, my video production equipment. Get a new camera, get better cameras, maybe invest in some better lighting, and that's going to be a big deal for me. It will enable me to be able to make a little bit more sophisticated, more complex videos with a better production value. I want to be able to do the same stuff that I do now, but just to do it better and to do more of it and to do it on maybe a slightly larger scale. and that's at $3,000 a month. And by the way, those of you who are patrons of mine right now, or maybe you're considering becoming patrons and you're wondering how I'm spending some of this money, I have recently made some small investments in new equipment that I couldn't have done without your support. I recently got a new webcam that I used for the first time over the weekend to make a video and then to do my my Google Hangout that I do every month with patrons, and it's great. And I also got a new tripod for my camera and a couple of other little pieces of equipment that I could afford to get right now. They weren't major investments, but they are improvements to my set of equipment, and I couldn't have done it without my Patreon patrons. So rest assured, your donations do make this a better channel. I do use them to invest in this channel and to improve on the product that I am able to provide you guys through this YouTube channel. So thank you guys so much for that. Now, speaking of the Hangouts, every month I do a live Google Plus Hangout that everybody can watch. It's streamed live to my channel, and you can see it whether you're a patron or not. But if you are a patron and you check my activity feed on my Patreon page about 15 minutes before the Hangout starts, you can click on a link and join me in the Hangout live, and we can talk on the air during the Hangout. It lasts about an hour. It's usually the last Sunday of every month. Starts at noon Eastern my time, or noon Eastern is my time. And it is so much fun. It's one of my most looked forward to days of the month. And this past weekend I had my May Patreon Hangout, and it was awesome. And if you weren't there or you didn't watch it live, it's available archived on my YouTube channel. Please check it out if you want to see what one of these things is like. It was me and several of my patrons, including a couple of people who I was actually meeting face to face for the first time, but who have commented on stuff of mine in the past. And it was just a lot of fun to hang out with those people, and we talked about all kinds of stuff. We talked about the TV show Louie. We talked about movies. We talked about our favorite weird YouTube videos. We speculated on the mysterious contents of a box that was visible in the room behind me. It was just a lot of fun. It was a really fun hangout, one of the most fun hangouts I think we've done so far. And I really enjoyed it. And I'm looking forward to the next one, which will be on Sunday, June 28th, again, starting at noon Eastern time. So if you would like to become a part of that hangout, all you have to do is become a Patreon patron of mine. You can join for $1 a month. Or more if you can afford it and you feel like I'm worth it. But $1 a month will get you an opportunity to join me in that hangout. You'll get to click that link at the end of the month and join me live for an hour in that hangout. I really encourage you to do that because it's a lot of fun for me and it's a lot of fun for all of us to do it. Before I get to the patron shout outs at the end, I just want to remind you that if you would like to make a one-time donation to support my channel, if you, for whatever reason, you don't want to join the Patreon campaign where it's a regular monthly contribution, you can always make a donation through my PayPal account, which is linked on the front page of my channel, or you can make a one-time donation through YouTube's fan funding feature, which is the blue support button that is, again, featured on the front page of my channel. Just click that blue support button and enter the amount of money you would like to donate, and it'll come straight to me. It's a wonderful way to make a small, or maybe even a large, whatever size donation, but it's just a one-time thing. So if you don't feel comfortable making that regular contribution, you can still contribute if you want to and if you feel like I'm worth that sort of thing. So just wanted to remind you guys about the support button and the PayPal link. Now, if you are kind enough to contribute to my Patreon campaign at an amount of $5 a month or more, the reward that you get is that I will shout your name out at the end of these videos. So now, before I end this, here are this month's new $5 a month patrons. Here we go. These guys gave $5 a month or more this past month. Adam Francis, thank you, Adam. Cherie Davis, thank you, Cherie. Christian Lors, thank you, Christian. King, thank you, King. Doug Clay, thank you, Doug. B. Wyatt, thank you, B. Wyatt. Larry Blahnik, thank you, Larry. Lars Flieger, thanks, Lars. Colray, thanks, Colray. JB, thanks JB. Niall Geisinger, thanks Niall. William C. Garthright, or Garthright, I apologize. William C. Garthright, thank you, William. Sorry for mispronouncing your last name. Colin, thank you, Colin. Dewey Manlove, thank you, Dewey. And Eric Rowley, thank you, Eric. Thank you to all of those people for donating $5 a month or more joining the campaign since the last time I did one of these videos. Thanks to all of you for watching this. Thanks to all of you who are a part of my Patreon campaign at whatever level you are. I appreciate it. I could not do this without you. You cannot know how much gratitude I feel for you. And to all of you guys watching this who are considering joining the campaign, thank you. For those of you who are going to join after you watch this video, thank you so much for helping me out. I really appreciate it. Couldn't do it without you. And I will be back in another month or so to talk to you about this again. So thank you for contributing to the Patreon campaign, and thank you for watching.